will second. We will take the August minutes for approval. All right, we do have some public input. If you could step up to the mic and introduce yourself and state who you are from or for.
Hi, I'm John Hollenbeck. I'm the track operator for Columbus BMX.
Yes, sir. What can we help you with today?
So I have talked to Rich and I'm trying to petition for the Pines on the, would that be the east side of the track? So I would like to extend our track another 60 foot out.
So obviously your BMX track is kind of a rectangle in a shape, the fence and all that.
Right.
So basically you're looking to take the right side of the rectangle and extend it out about 60 feet and then obviously lengthen your track.
So our goal is to actually to extend it is to Fort Wayne has a national for next year. So, and then to look at the rules and stuff that we need, I need to make my track a little bit bigger. So to do that, I would like to, for that, so I would like to get a national in Columbus. A national here, Derby City just had their national down in Louisville, Kentucky. So what they're trying, I'm trying to get all the information from them because they looked from 3,000 to 5,000 people at their track for a 3-day weekend. So, and that's what my goals are, or at least have a Gold Cup national or final. So I would like to make our track bigger.
Monday you talking about?
None right up now. First I have to get the Pines. I can't do anything unless I get the okay. I'm going to have an excavator come out there and have him talk to me about building it, but it's going to be in stages. I'm going to build the turns before I actually even tear down our track or even remove it. So I'm going to do it in at least like a couple segments. So have them built, then I can move the turns and do, and so on. The things, because it's basically going to be dirt and asphalt. So that's what I'm going to need. And then, but I think if the excavator is all donations, he can get it from, because he's coming out of Indianapolis, so I can have trucks hauled to me. And he's talking about doing it as a donation because it's a tax write-off for him. So I'm going to try to do most everything as a donation or whatever. I just need the okay from you guys to get the land.
Let's look at this a different way because I'm sure this will be asked of Rich. Have you been to one of the national races? Me and my grandson just actually raced the last Derby City National. So that was, you said it was in Louisville? Mm-hmm. Okay. What attendance wise, what at a national race, when you say riders and amount, how many riders do you think attend a national race? That's a great question. So there was 250 motos. So let me grab my phone. 250 motos at 8 riders per moto. So the math is, I don't do math well.
18.
What's that? 1,800. Okay, 1,800 riders. 1,800 riders. That's just the riders. That's not including the parents, the grandparents, and everybody else that showed up. So you can anticipate upwards to 2,600 to 3,000 people being an event. Correct. So, and that's what I'm looking at because I'm actually, so what I love about USA BMX is actually they geo-fenced Derby City. Yeah. So they're going to actually give me all the data from the Derby City race. So it's going to tell you who went to the hotels, who went to the restaurants. It's going to tell you how much they made, okay, and so on. That'd be very vital information. Yes, and so I'm going to get that from the track operator down there. Because I'm also interested in, because Fort Wayne's going to do theirs next year. So I will have that information. When you went, did you have discounted lodging and things of that nature because they had set something up through hotels locally and stuff? Correct. So they did that, but I did not. We stayed on the fair or at the park. Oh, okay. So we actually got to camp. Okay. So there's another thing that we paid for camping. I counted almost 75 campers. Oh, wow. So that would be using the fairgrounds camping. and so on. So I mean, this is a lot of information and I don't have it all with me,
But
and I
it's
will.
something you're going to try.
Absolutely.
Need. for-
Correct. And these are the things that I just want to put it on paper that I would like to petition for the Pines.
Is the gentleman that's going to do the excavation and volunteer and all that, has he done BMX tracks before?
No, so so I'm gonna have a meeting with him on, Monday when we go practice. And he, honestly, doing turns, I don't think it's gonna be terrible because it's just literally, I'm just going to build two big berms. And then the guy I don't know who's going to do the asphalt, cause that's gonna be the bear, because trying to do an asphalt slope is really a pain in the butt. But
Is Chris Lazier still involved with your organization?
Mr. Leisure is he's still the president as we speak.
Because I think, if I remember right, before they came in and redid the berms and asphalt and, Milestone took it, and I don't know how much of it they had to pay for, or how much of volunteer and that, but they would be the people you would need.
Most
if you
likely.
were gonna do that.
Right, and these are the things that, like I said, me being 1 year in, still learning a lot. And these are hiccups that we're but I'm going to try to get as much information and see how much.
Would we not have to see the county commissioners about cutting the trees down?
I already wrote down, make sure it's okay.
Yeah, these,
How much acreage we talk?
He just wants to come out 60 feet, so probably,
60 feet past my fence line.
so
50 feet by,
probably an acre and a half, if I was guessing.
Maybe.
So it's basically 60 feet out and then kind of the width of what the track is now.
100%. Yes, sir.
So,
would it require a permit? Usually you disturb more than an acre depending on what it is. I don't know if a track would qualify, but.
Because we're just putting dirt, but other than that,
if
we're
you're
putting
disturbing
asphalt.
more than an acre of dirt, typically that runs a permit.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm asking the size.
Right.
When do you target that to be done?
2 years.
2 years. So you're wanting to host a national event in 2027 possibly. And you're saying 25 to 3,000 people potentially.
Correct.
What's the biggest event you've had at that track today?
The biggest event was, a year before I actually started, was a Gold Cup qualifier plus state race. I don't know what those numbers are. I don't have those.
One of the ones in the past, past 2 or 3 years, they had 880 riders for the whole weekend,
Okay.
Saturday and Sunday.
I was at that one.
My rule of thumb is you multiply that by 3 because you got mom and dad and probably another kid.
Understood, yeah, but
Yeah.
what I'm getting at is, can we support that many people? We have enough restrooms, do we have enough parking, do we, you know?
We can, as long as we don't schedule anything else.
Correct. And the restrooms would be porta potties. Everything was porta potties, bring it in.
We brought in extra.
Well, and
I
this
don't
would,
think we wouldn't be able to support that many people with what
Yes.
we have.
We have enough bathrooms to support that many
Yeah,
people.
we definitely would have to, this is something
We
we have.
put porta pots down there just for convenience.
Right.
right, and so, but this one is going to be basically, yeah.
880
nationals.
is the number, and that's 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That's
And-
what
and- and I think the way it is, if we have a big state softball tournament, we have,
About 3,000 people.
yeah, I mean, it would be like us hosting a large softball.
Correct.
And the amount of kids on a team is what, 10 to 12, maybe a little more than that. You times that by, 30 teams and we have.
We've
all
done the
kinds of-
figures, I don't have them in front of me. We can support a 25 team tournament, a BMX regular race, and pickleball with the amount of bathrooms we have.
So do you guys run rain or shine?
Correct.
So that's a plus.
Yes.
Yeah, because with our new, with the new aggregate we have on the ground, we run limestone. So basically we're in limestone and then we glue on top of it. So we actually, if it's raining, we're running.
Good.
And this has all been brought to the visitor center. They're already on board with.
Right, and
all
this
that.
is one of those
What would
things.
we lose it done? Just some land with trees? I mean,
Land that's not being used.
Like I said, as far as, I was gonna say, as far as I'm aware of, ever since I've been going out, and I'm 55 and I played ball there from eight to 16 or whatever, 18. That's been the same, that area there has not been utilized.
Not been disturbed.
Yeah.
Nobody's over it.
No. I had grandiose thoughts that we might put a large shelter house there at some point, but other than that, that's not needed if we put that there.
So,
I think to start it, he needs at least the okay.
Right.
From a process standpoint, the commissioners, do they need to have a formal vote on it, or is it us?
I think that we need to do a formal vote,
Okay,
and then I'll take it to them for their okay, but I'm also gonna take it to code enforcement as well.
okay. To check on the permits.
If there's gonna be, so when we do this, are you gonna put any power, water, or anything down there? Cause that needs to be known too.
No, other than maybe another sump.
I would probably be smart down that area.
Yeah, do two more sumps. But here's the other thing is though, with that viaduct that you started building,
Mhm.
we'd have to put tubes on it and then I'd have to put a hill on.
That's
top.
already in the works. anyway.
Right, so,
But you don't need anything as far as electric or utilities or.
maybe some lights. I might have to put a light because if it's, but I can actually face my lights because I have power poles. And I actually could probably just face them towards where I need to go.
You're gonna need some semblance of what that's gonna look like when you go to code enforcement.
Correct. But-
That's all I was asking those questions.
And this is, like I said, this is all brand new, so I'm just trying to figure out the proper way. I can't just go.
So
over
John,
and
let's
start.
get together, let's draw up a preliminary plan of what we wanna do, and let's reach for the stars. And then we can back it off, like running electric there for new lighting, maybe bring water down that way for watering the track if needed. I'm just. the
Like you said, aim for the start, but
aim for the stars, and then we can back it off. But we're also gonna have to do some kind of a drawing, maybe something Chris could do. He's pretty good at that stuff.
Right.
So we have something they can look at as well.
Do we need a motion to move forward,
Yes,
sir?
I
I'd
think
like
the
to make a
motion,
Motion that we, listen to this young man and proceed.
I second.
I think that motion needs to, I think we need to kind of say the Parks Board has made a decision that they would like to pursue
Yes.
this BMX expansion, hence push it to the commissioners for their guidance and acceptance, because it's passed here.
Thank
It's
you
kind
for
of
the
a
word.
long-winded motion, but it needs to be, the Bartholomew County Parks Board has made a motion to pass their
Request.
request to the commissioners.
Good enough. Good enough.
And at this time, we're not asking for any money.
And we're not asking for any money.
Yeah, that was the key.
You heard his disclaimer though, he said at this time.
So I have a motion, do I have a second?
I second.
Okay, Brian is second, so that motion's carried. I don't, honestly, there's things sometimes that I don't understand because I'm not privy to information. So when they come back and say no, obviously they have a good reason, or they say yes. I don't know any reason why they couldn't or wouldn't, but then again, I don't know everything, so.
like I said, we're fine right now, but I'd like to make us be on the map.
I think
Well-
the allure of having a national race,
And here's the other thing though, the only thing that I also bring to the table is that we have 3 Olympic riders in the state of Indiana. So to have them actually at a national level, my Olympians to be here to race or practice,
We need to promote that.
that is, yeah, so that's one of those things that
we had a motion on the table, we had a second, all in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. That motion has carried. So we will move forward with, contacting the commissioners, and we'll just have Rich. We'll just have Rich
We'll have
reach
Rich
out to
reach
you, and then we'll kind of, then we'll really have to start.
Yeah, make sure you guys go through code enforcement, so we don't get shut down for saying, whoa, you didn't do that.
Right.
Well, it'll all get turned over to the city, but they can give me guidance.
Right.
Before I have to go through the
And
Right.
red tape that the city is.
this is all brand new to me, so thank you guys. I really
Well, I
We
appreciate it.
appreciate what you do for us.
Yeah, it's,
The growth of that park is for the benefit of.
it's value add for us, I mean, and the county. I mean, because the county's gonna benefit more than we will. I mean, we just have the park, but the income and the economic factor is what really is the matter there.
Yeah, I'd like-
Kids and youth to get a better.
And that's the thing, is my rider count's getting bigger, and so, I mean, it's just to make them better, so I want my littles back, so.
Okay.
Great.
Want to see BMX grow as much as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. We're gonna hopefully make this a thing, so. All right, does anybody have any other questions for that? We have any other public or guest input? None further. All right, we'll move into our staff reports. Bob Moore's here, and I apologize for some reason. I know a Dave Moore. I went to college with a guy named Dave Moore, so for some reason I wrote Dave Moore first. Didn't realize it until I started to print it, so I corrected it, put Bobby down. So before I give the floor to Bob, Bob put in a Gaga pit. If you don't know what a Gaga pit is, it's an optical. I had to look it up, because I've seen them in our different elementary schools. They have Gaga pits in our elementary schools, but I didn't really know what it was. So it's called Gaga ball. And you take your hand and you hit the ball, and you have to hit people below the knee with the ball. And if you get hit with the ball, you're out. And the object is to be the last one, avoid being hit with the ball, and you're in this pit.
It's a little octagon, right?
Little octagon.
But
Yeah,
now, if you don't hit nobody and you don't hit the wall, you're out.
Oh.
Trust me, my grandkids done told me all
Okay,
about it.
I didn't know all the specifics, but
Yeah,
he built one of those, and I assume people have been using it, correct?
it had probably 20 kids in it.
There you go.
That's great.
So thank you for that. So he sent me some pictures. We got that posted.
Well,
So-
we could have pickleball, we could have Gaga.
That's right, we can have Gaga ball, that's right.
Now, we tore down the slide too.
Right, well, it wasn't in good shape anyway, right? So, all right, the floor is yours, Bob.
The only thing, we had an incident out there this month. Come to find out, I had to get sheriff's department involved. Come to find out, she was wanted and had a stolen vehicle.
What was the incident?
She running her mouth saying that she had a warrant and, and I proceeded to get the sheriff's department down there. She told them that, gave them false information on her name and come to find out the vehicle was stolen.
Was she boasting about having this?
Like I was sitting here talking, she was telling me,
Okay, fine.
I mean,
That's
so,
boasting.
Did you fill out an incident report?
yes, I did.
Okay, good.
That's all matters.
So I've got that taken care of.
Anything else happening? Been pretty good?
Everything's going.
And we're open till how,
November the 2nd.
Okay.
End of October.
yeah, it's the end of October. Okay. All right. I haven't been up there in about a couple weeks. I cruised by there, just kind of drove down and come back around. It was pretty quiet at that point. There wasn't a whole lot of people there, but this was like on a Wednesday or something, 'cause I was up that way, so. But if no news is good news as far as I'm concerned. Everything's, have you
Well,
had any?
The deputy, the sergeant, he said that was the first incident besides boat rescues that they've been down there this year.
Good.
That's great.
That's good news. That's really good news.
And he was telling me that last year they were down there 30, 40 times by this time.
Yeah,
And
and,
like,
okay, well, anything else? All right, thanks, Bob, for all that you've done. The Gaga thing honestly is a hit. We're always looking for things to do at Heflin. I don't know what other ideas you have. Probably towards the end of this season, we probably need to
me and
sit
Richie
down.
talked about putting, cornhole bits in.
Yeah, I'm looking to make, one of my winter projects, to make concrete cornholes. And the reason I wanna do concrete is that they won't get stolen or broken.
Right, you can-
And you can make them, you can polish them, make them smooth, so. Horseshoes are kind of a dead.
Yeah, I think that would be your replacement
Even
for horseshoes.
smooth concrete though, is not gonna slide like wood does.
No.
Bocce.
Do you know that bocce, they're looking for bocce courts for Special Olympics?
Are they?
Looking for places to build.
Okay.
Yeah, it's one of the fastest growing, Special Olympic sports.
All right,
Whatever that is.
Bob, thank you.
Mhm.
Good luck in Arkansas tomorrow. Or is it Saturday? Games on Saturday, football's on Friday, right?
Football Friday game on Saturday.
All right. Who you have, who's running Dunn or Heflin?
My wife?
Oh, he's not going?
No.
Okay.
Just can't say I don't think so.
That's right. All right.
Expect her to go?
Anything for Bob? Thank you.
Don't ever go.
I forgot where.
Okay, Adam could not be here this afternoon. He had to take his daughter for softball there. As you well know, she plays softball, like, I think every day. And she's really into it. So he did send me some notes and I'll try to, read those for you. First of all, he sent me some reviews on the pickleball court that I guess are on, Google. I'll just read these out. Somebody 3 weeks ago, someone gave us a 5-star. I love that the pickleball courts have a playground next to it. Bathrooms are big and nice. Another person gave us 4 stars. The new pickleball courts are near stellar. Only thing missing are shaded benches and common areas, but we were told they are working on that. And then we had another person says, a month ago, it has kids, sports, concession stand, restroom, and parking. What's not to love? They put live, I think they meant love. So some positive press for, like my kids said, Dad, these are pretty nice pickleball courts. So when they say something like that, because, they've seen it and done it. So when they say something like that, I feel like they must have hit it right on the head.
No, they did an outstanding job. It looks good.
Yeah. So some done reports, the fall tournament season begins this weekend. They currently have 9 events scheduled through mid-November. The girls' fall league began this week, and that is the slow pitch league. The games run for about 6 weeks unless they have some rainouts. Like you said, the pickleball courts are packed almost daily. The pickleball, he wants to make sure that we acknowledge, and it's publicly stated, that the Pickleball Club of Columbus, and all the players are doing an outstanding job of keeping the courts clean. I know we didn't ask them to do that, but he said
They've
one
kind
time,
of adopted that place.
one time they went over there and there might have been 1 water bottle laying there, and that's been about it, he said. So they've done a really good job. So if you're listening, Columbus Pickleball Club, thank you. You've done a wonderful job, and we can't thank you enough for doing that for us. So many thanks to them. And then he also, like I say, he mentioned the 2 Google reviews about the pickleball courts and their impact. So that's what Adam had to say. Anybody have anything else for Adam?
I noticed in the minutes from the last meeting that the revenue is off substantially. We do have more events to come in the fall, but it's likely we're gonna fall anywhere around 25% off the previous year. I would like to know what that means in terms of actual hit to the non-reverting income.
He's hoping that with this nicer weather that we're having, that it won't recover completely, but they're hoping that they may have good attendance at these tournaments because there's no really rain in the forecast, but it's cooler weather, so they're hoping that they might be able to catch up a little bit on some things. We're hoping. I
I
can't.
will say that Heflin being open longer and we started a little earlier might make up some of the difference. So we'll probably end up right about the same is what I'm guessing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Yes.
but I can give you the last 2 or 3 years compared to this year at the end of
Being
the
open a
season.
month longer is gonna be a big hit.
Okay.
So anything else I can share with Adam? Okay. We have no Cora here this evening, so we can, assume that she didn't have anything. She reach out to you, Rich, at all? All right. So we're good there. All right. Let's jump into our, board input. First off, we have our board member, Jim Mahoney. Jim, do you have anything for us, sir?
No, so just thanks for the Children's Household.
We're gonna get that.
Very good. The park is well taken care of. Really, we've not seen much trash. They've kept that up pretty good. We really appreciate that. We go by there quite ever, and we see that. I noticed you put some dirt in the back there, keep them driving away from the food.
Homeless people were going back there sleeping in their cars.
Yep. I found a safe back there one day.
We took it out of there.
Did you take it out?
We called the police department first.
Yeah.
Sure it was okay.
So, yeah,
Very fine. Everything's great.
and does he know about the other part, or should we mention that at this point?
It's up to you.
I think we should mention it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you weren't here at our last meeting, which we were kind of glad in a way that we wanted you to be here. But we had some official business that we had to attend to for the shelter house. Shelter house has been voted, it is now will become Mahoney's Place. And we're going to have a sign. It's gonna thank Bowen Engineering and have some, and
Very kind.
we are going to, the shelter house will be named, that was a unanimous, I don't we didn't even have to vote. It was just, that's what it's gonna be.
Everybody
So,
liked it.
Everybody liked it, so that now, from now on, will be Mahoney's place.
And if you don't like it, too bad,
Too
Jim.
bad.
Very kind of you.
So I think that will be good. The sign should be ready to go. It's not gonna be a cheap sign. Rich and I talked, we wanna do bronze. One, if we can install it a little bit more sturdy and it will last and be a living tribute to it.
That whole complex down there's been a dream for me for years.
Yeah, it looks great.
We
I was
know.
there yesterday.
There you go. So, there you go.
Thank you so much.
We were kind of glad that you weren't here because we wanted to talk about it a little bit. So we talked about it and nobody batted an eye at it. So we're very happy to have it there. So,
Very kind.
yes. All right. Anything else, Jim?
That's it.
After that, what else can you say, right? All right, Rich and Dave were able to attend the budget hearing.
Kim
So
too.
it's our treasurer report for Dave. I was actually able to, what's kind of neat about it is I was able, with the streaming, I was able to go back and watch our part. So it was kind of neat to watch, and from my interpretation, it seemed to go well, and I'm curious what you think.
I thought it did, didn't you, Rich?
Very well.
You know, of course, there's a question about the amount of money that we want for up at Heflin.
Right.
I just basically said, hey, you gotta be forward thinking, because this is what we need to do to move to the next phase.
We
And-
got an official letter from Leah thanking us for being thoughtful on our cutting backs and thought all the departments did really well. I actually emailed her back. I'm not saying this again because she's here, but they're getting the word now.
I think that's helpful.
And that's the most important thing. They may not always agree with us, but at least they have the information they need to
I'm
proceed.
hitting them upside the head with it at a meeting one time,
Yes.
yeah.
So,
Thank you.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
for being our voice, because I loved Evelyn. She's a dear lady, but unfortunately, I think change was warranted. She knew that, I think. It's just, we weren't getting just what we thought we probably should be getting, so, it was a blessing that it happened when it did, so. Yep. All right, Dave, what about just regular treasurer stuff? Anything happening out there?
The money's, it's coming in.
Okay.
It's, I got a accounting of it and I'll turn it. I think we're, what, 300?
a little over 33,000 generated this year.
Back right now, but we're approaching almost 300,000 in the number.
And we were close to 50 last year, so.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
We're
maybe
okay.
we'll have a rolling good fall for both things and get
Yeah.
back to where we need to be.
And it all has to do with the season we've had, so everybody well knows, that this campers don't go when it's hot like that, and same way with the ballpark. So,
Right,
but it's improving now. So.
Oh, I forgot something.
Yes.
The persimmon by the shelter is loaded. Gosh, I'm a persimmon man. That's exciting for me. Probably won't get any, but that's exciting.
Well, you
I
just,
gotta tell the story of Mr. Mahoney called me one day and he said, Mr. Day, you did something right. And I said, what is that, sir? He said, you planted a male and a female persimmon next to each other, and I've been trying to do that for years. I said, I did it just for you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Jim, you just publicly stated there's a persimmon tree that's full, so if there are anybody's
Yeah.
secrets now, everybody knows.
Guys, that message,
So you better get up there quick.
Oh, yeah.
Those aren't any good until it actually freezes though, right?
They've got frost.
Yeah, it's got, so we're a little bit.
gotta have frost.
I got a little frost, so, all right. Anything else, Dave?
No.
All right, thank you. Brian Weber, our board secretary, do you have anything, sir?
I don't have anything.
Good?
Nope, I'm good.
All right. Chuck Wells, our board vice president, sir. Anything do you have, sir? No. Sure? Yep. All right. As usual, Rich, Day, and myself, we kind of tag team. How do you want to do it, Rich? You want to go through yours?
I can go through mine and you can check them off. How's that?
Yep.
An update on the pickleball. As everybody is aware, there's 2 swells in the front and it's for, actually it's for flooding. And the engineers from DLZ have come up with a plan to do away with one of them because they are kind of an eyesore and a danger. So they're Mr. Kleinhans met us out there today. We went over the ideas with him and he liked the ideas and we're proceeding to go to the city to see if we can get that fixed. Essentially, what we're gonna do is there's a drain pipe coming off from underneath the pickleball courts that will have to tie in to the pipeline. And then we'll just fill it in with dirt and make a grassy knoll essentially. We got hit on some, stormwater at the end, at the far west end. And that's already been figured out how to fix that. And we're gonna extend off that because we have to essentially come up with 200 cubic inches of water, essentially a 20-foot box, a foot deep.
Need a base.
Correct. And it was already eroding down there, so that's why they made the change anyway.
So you're just gonna pipe that, fill that, and then create your basin just downstream.
Right, and actually at the very west end of the court, we're gonna have to bring it down a foot. Still gonna be grass, but we have to bring it down a foot so the water has someplace to go to. And then it'll go to, we'll riffraff it over there. And also, Mr. Kleinhans made this recommendation, which I think is wonderful. Instead of using the shiprap, we're gonna put number 2s in it. It'll look a lot better, and if you had to walk on it, it's a little more stable.
A little bit.
It may be a little more expensive doing it that way, but there's still money left in the budget. So we're hopeful to fall in that, so. But we're going to Charlie Day's making an appointment with the city to go over there and talk to him. He's already done the initial with the engineer.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so,
wasn't the biggest fan of those swells anyway.
I wasn't either.
so if you're talking about done, let me go ahead and check off some of the things we're talking about done, so I can.
Okay.
So you mentioned that the pickleball signage, seating and shelter house, signs are up.
Mhm.
Okay, the reason why I mentioned shelter house sign, and I don't know, so like when I was there this weekend.
Mhm.
And I don't know exactly what a shelter house is supposed to do. If you put your stuff in it and it's like the person that was there, they had people playing, but there was a couple people, it's just almost like they were using it like a home. And everything's spread out everywhere. Nobody else could use it because they just kind of took over. That's the way it was. They had stuff, pick things on this table. I mean, there was seats all around. You just couldn't really use it. So someone else can, like, if I want to go up and sit in the shade, there really wasn't a plate unless I would say, can I sit here and move your crap out of the way so I can sit down? So that's what I meant. I didn't really specify what I meant by shelter house rules.
Was it a pickleball
So
person?
this was just Saturday afternoon, about 1 or 2 o'clock, and there were only like 6 groups playing. There were lots of empty courts, but this person just that was like their home base was the shelter house. So I don't know if there's a way that you can get around that.
We could probably make a sign of shelter house etiquette.
Yeah, I don't know what that would be, but
Email city parks and see if they have anything from Mill Race.
it just,
Standard rules.
you have other people want to use it, but they kind of had claimed it almost like they just like, we're renting this thing, which you're not, but that's kind of the way it felt like they were having a birthday party there and they just had it all completely full of their stuff. So I felt like I couldn't go up there and sit down if I needed to.
Makes more sense now that you explain it.
I didn't do
Were they
that.
actually having a birthday party?
I don't think they were. I think it was just, they just kind of took it over.
He was hoping so, he'd have some cake on his street.
And then, so the weeds in the drainage rocks along pickleball court.
So I haven't done anything with them yet because we had this in the works and, we are going to spray it. With a so, we're gonna wait for everything to start dying down, or we can pull the ones that are in there now, cause you ain't pulling them out.
Oh, and if there's one thing we're gonna get a complaint about, is that right there. I mean, that'll be the first thing people complain about.
And this month's the best month to plant grass, and we're gonna go back and replant around it.
Next month,
September, end of September is the best time to plant.
that's when we plant during October.
September to October is the best time to plant.
But I just know that we're gonna get flack on that if we don't, because there were some that were taller than I am.
Me and Mr. Klein has talked a little bit about it today.
All right, and then, okay, you go ahead. There'll be some other stuff I need to talk about.
I'll finish up, done since you stopped there. Yes, we've had major issues with the irrigation. Bob and myself and Nate have, talked about that we're probably gonna have to replace sections at a time. And it is what it is, cause everybody's having trouble with things breaking. Irrigation, electrical lines.
And it's not just,
It's
it's not a small break, it's,
Yeah.
It's,
I mean, we got a lot of years use out.
Is that something that we can do in-house? I mean, I know we can do it in-house, but are we gonna have the time to do it in-house? Without, I mean, when you're
if we did it
there.
one section at a time, we probably
Yeah.
could finish it and it shouldn't be too bad.
it's the winter time, when we're not so busy.
So.
If you shut down, go in there and then you start doing some things.
So we have 4 fields and you're saying that pretty much the whole field is.
It's not random. It's all, well, it is random. It's just, it's one's gonna happens on 4 one day and then on 2 and then on 3 and
Back to forward.
back and forth. Yeah, it's just, and the system is old.
Yes.
Yeah, we're due.
What kind of piping is in the PVC?
PVC, but it's not 40. It's
Okay.
like cheap stuff. I don't even know what it is.
Thin, yeah.
It's so thin.
And you have some summer employees, correct?
Correct.
And when do they,
End of October,
when does softball and all that stop?
end of October. We have a tournament the 1st of November.
Could you, if manpower is an issue, could we extend a few summer help to dedicate them direct? to
Yes,
do that?
because I've had so many sicks and lefts that I'll have money.
That would be my thought. That way it's not impacting his manpower too much through the winter. Get some quality work done.
So Rich, along those lines, I noticed in the minutes, there was discussion about turf out there. And I'm sorry I missed last week, but, consistently, we've gotten feedback from the sports tourism folks, especially when Ike was there, that we are losing tournaments because we are not a turf-oriented facility. You know, we're losing a lot to a potential there. So,
It's cost us 10 grand this year already.
right, so my point is, before we even go there, I wanna see some numbers.
So I've already talked to Kate.
Yeah.
And she's gonna help me out, and we're gonna look for a grant, first off, see if there's what's out there. But it's gonna be close to $500,000
For all 4.
for all 4.
Right, or you could do, you wouldn't have to do them all at once, maybe, I don't know.
It would save you money doing them all at once, cause they can kind of,
I get it, yeah, there's scale,
yeah.
okay.
But Greensburg's putting them in as we speak, and they're getting me all their information.
There's a tremendous demand for it.
Absolutely.
And we've been asked to pursue it by the visitor center and the sports team, the sports committee.
Yep.
So before we go throw a bunch of money at irrigation,
Well, we're still gonna have to have the irrigation,
Yeah, we'll
we're
have to
gonna
have
have
the
the grass
outfields.
outfields.
right,
Won't be full turf.
In saying that, I had a long talk with Travis Tyndall, on the off records, one of the things that they're not doing up at Lincoln with their turf is they're just gonna put it over the old irrigation. I think that's a nightmare waiting to happen. And he agreed with me.
you mean the sprinkler heads and stuff still gonna be exposed?
So they're infields, the irrigation goes through the foul lines. Essentially they follow the foul lines
Right.
and then they pull up stuff. But why having that in there, something never happened to us with the turf on top of it. Now you're talking big dollars.
Yeah.
So me and Bobby were talking about it. I'm gonna look at what I can do to bring the irrigation away from the infields.
Now, I talked with Jeff, our irrigation guy, and he said we want to keep it irrigation in it, so that way we can keep it watered and the beets don't move as much.
Well, we can talk about that later.
Right.
We got an agenda to stick to.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
Yes, I am
I
pursuing.
want numbers on turf before we go and do a big irrigation project.
Fair enough.
I mean, I think it's, I mean, well, we can find some money grant wise. I just find it hard that there's grants to put a softball or to put field turf in the fields. I just don't see that as being grantable.
Probably grants for
Yeah, I don't know.
youth sports improvement,
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, the visitor center kicked in extensive amount of money for Lincoln. I'm gonna start there. The benches and the picnic tables for the pickleball are, Case has them.
Yep.
And they're gonna start tomorrow.
So that's, my kids asked that, so I told them I thought this was the case, so that this concrete that separates the two, the 6 and the 6, are there going to be benches there?
Correct.
Okay, all right, that's what I thought, I told them I thought that was the plan, and
Like one will face one, the other one will face
It's like-
12.
it was my wife and my 2 boys, and she's like, where do I need to sit? She just
That
leaned
one
up against the
place to
fence,
sit
so, yeah, so I was like, it's coming, we had to get the players first when we get
Right.
seats, so, all right.
Okay, and then back up here to the top. I finally found somebody that's willing to fix Anderson Falls. We meet up there next week sometime to finalize that.
Okay, good deal.
They've looked at it, but I want to look at it with them, make sure we're all on the same page.
And the plan is to,
Raise the slab on the left side as you're looking at it. It's gonna have to come up at least 2-3 inches.
That'd be the south side.
Yes, the south side. And then they're gonna have to fix the blocks that have separated where it fell down. But he's looked at it and thinks that he can do it for less than what I gotta bid it out for.
even better. That's great, okay.
We had some, well pumps issues at Heflin Park again. Of course, it was a holiday weekend.
Oh, God.
It started on Tuesday, Bobby. Started earlier in the week.
Monday or Tuesday?
Yeah, the breaker would trip occasionally. Couldn't find anything wrong, finally went up on the hill and taking a voltage reading, and all of a sudden, we lost power and the pump wasn't kicked on. We had a break in the line between the well pump and the building, so we had to replace the whole electrical line all the way into 225 feet.
This is drinking water for. Is that-
Yes, sir. And
Okay, fine.
and potable water too,
Okay.
so, anyway, we got it fixed. We had it fixed, by 3 o'clock on Friday. So,
That's a big effort.
it was a team effort, it was everybody.
What kind of electrical is that? What kind of cable is that?
We ran number 8, which 10 would have been plenty enough, but we ran 8 because of the distance. Just wanted to make sure.
Have a voltage.
How much does that cost a foot?
It was $800 for 250 feet,
That's what I thought. A lot of copper in them things.
but it is what it is, it's fixed, it's paid for. We're
You have
good.
to trench it?
So Tuesday, that's the next day I was gonna do, Tuesday, so we had to replace the water line 4th of July weekend. And that was 300 feet, and we just laid it on the ground for now, but Tuesday, we rented a big enough,
Ditch witch.
excavator. We're just gonna go in and dig the hole, bury both of them, be done with it. We also we lost a phase on, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
1 through 4.
1 through 4. Loveless Electric was able to find where the break is. So while we have the excavator, we're gonna dig that up and fix that.
It's just ongoing, isn't it?
I honestly think all the rain we've got this year, that it's settled the ground, and I think that's why we're having issues with the irrigation and breaking of lines,
Hey,
so.
all right. Zec 8.
Yep, ZEC 8, so I brought a cover letter for the survey that's going out that the commissioners elected for Dennis to sign. Just saying, ask to participate in the survey and stuff. That's the last piece of item I need to send to Austin, and he'll have everything he needs for the moment. We did the contact list again, updated it. And we took a survey draft from different county, and I went through and marked off what I didn't think we needed and all that stuff, and added some things, and he redid it, sent it to me, I reviewed it, and sent it back to him.
So their process is just, they have the ability to pull a Bartholomew County database somehow to know who to send to?
That is-
Stuff's available?
Mhm.
Okay, I guess that's why they get paid the big bucks, I guess.
Yeah, so that's that. Anderson Falls, we discussed the only issues I had up there. I did get a phone call from a former conservation employee that actually started. He's retired now. He helped start up Anderson Falls.
Oh, really?
And he said, "Are you guys ever looking for volunteers?" I said, "Every day." He said, "I'd like to go up there and do stuff." I said, "Well, just coordinate with me and we'll get it done."
Yeah.
So Les Zimmerman was his name, really nice gentleman. Azalea's looking a lot better. Dennis White was down there. He calls me about once a week, gives me updates on it too. He's enjoying it. I said, I owe him lunch. But we had some tree limbs fall down there, some pretty big ones. We got them all cut up, got about half of it out of there. We still gotta get the rest. But, it's,
It's when you go to Azalea, you don't go down 11.
yeah, you gotta go down
You gotta
31.
go around.
Oh, that's right, they're working on 11 there.
And, I put on here, I haven't had time to procure the rock. I forgot about it. I ain't gonna lie. But I have it on my list and we'll get it done, I promise, by next week, next meeting.
We'll hold you to it.
Yes, you can hold me to it. I don't have to give Mr. Mahoney any of my blood now, so we're good. Elizabethtown, we do mow it and clean up the trash every week. We just need to take that old playground enclosure out of there and level that ground. That'll make a ton of difference up there, but, Grammar, we got the mulch in there. It's not completely spread, cause I gotta get a little bit more. But I have it at Petersville. We just ran out of transportation. I think Bobby ran
I ran 6 loads.
6 loads from there to Grammar last week. And I will schedule a meeting with Jim Schoaf. If I was supposed to ask him about that wood, I apologize. I didn't write it down. But I can get a meeting with Jim to find out what the procedures are for the wood.
Yeah, we wanted you to go with the commissioner. If I remember correctly, I know the minutes state that we asked to go to the commissioners to give us some guidance on how we should approach it. I think that's kind of how it was kind of left.
We're talking about the wood tone, yes.
Yep.
Explain
I
the
had a meeting with
situation.
Jim.
I thought we also talked about possibly getting legal involved.
That's Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Jim. That's why I talked to Jim. And like I said, I had a meeting with Jim about some other stuff. Lisa and all that. I met with him on that, got all the answers on that. I also talked to him about, the car show that somebody wanted to do down at Half Fun. He said absolutely not,
Really?
for liability purposes.
Stop. A lot of-
So we canceled that. And I may have forgot to talk to him about the wood, and I apologize.
Can
So,
I ask you a question?
yes, sir.
That is a irritant to me, that we talk about liability. Liability is relevant in everything we do. But they'll take an incident like that and talk about liability for that incident. You have liability if you walk out the door. We've got it down to ballpark, ball bass.
I totally agree.
I just find it irritating.
He did say that we could look at doing it next year with the more planning. How many cars we could actually get in there safely and all that stuff.
Now, who was this?
Our Bartholomew County attorney,
Who was one to do the car show?
guy from Case Construction, he's in that scene
We just wanna get together.
and, yeah,
It was for his kid's birthday.
but,
No, I'm
It
gonna.
was for his kid's birthday party.
You got.
but they was thinking of 100 cars.
That's enough.
There's not a lot of room down there. We'd have to really,
We would have to number it.
yeah, we'd have to number it and put some lines down.
Well, I mean, he did say no, I think it needs to be planned. I think
Right.
that's the key.
We need some more planning. We need to have data.
Yeah, and you have to
Who's gonna be overseeing everything?
So
We
I think,
also have to determine what is the right use for that property.
Correct.
You know, that's a campsite
Right.
for outdoor recreation. You know, that's my view. It's not downtown Washington Street or Millrace Park,
You're right about that, and I respect that. I respect that.
so.
I agree.
I just get irritated at the word liability.
there's a lot of liability.
Okay, so the septic system at Heflin.
Yes.
So we have, Kim, correct me if I say something wrong. If we were to look at our budget today, it probably wouldn't reflect that we got that money. That's not saying it's dead. The council and the commissioners are working together. They think it's a priority and we're just waiting on a solution.
Yes. They're working on it.
So-
Yeah, the proposal is that it will come out of a commissioner fund. And we had the conversation with the commissioner, with Carl was there, it was a public meeting, so, so it's not that the funding, but if you see the budget and it's not in there, we've looked at where is it coming from, so just because it's not in the budget doesn't mean that the funding's not there.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Is the support that.
So overall, the support is there.
Correct,
Yes.
Good.
from both sides.
Good.
Yes.
Because Tony stated at the budget meeting, stood up and said, this just has to happen. We just gotta figure it out.
Is,
And the council agreed.
is this something that we could share with the state to say we are still continuing to move forward?
You
Uh,
might,
Have they asked us
definitely
for an
I need
update?
to. They have not asked for an update, but
Okay.
I will tell you that the gentleman that was the head person for this was horrible to get a hold of. Horrible. The last time I talked to him, I had to have, Link in our health department get a hold of him.
Okay.
So,
Maybe in situations like this, you just don't bring it up.
but
Just let it run.
don't answer the questions.
the last conversation I had with him was, as long as you're looking
Yeah.
at a solution and showing us you are,
Yeah, just let it go. It's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're fine.
Just wanna make sure.
Well, and that budget meeting was a public meeting. It was held, it was addressed in the public meeting. The first reading will be next week
Yep.
for the budget, and then the final reading will be in October. So, I mean, it's clearly
And
lined
we
out,
discuss it
and
every
we've
month in
modified
here,
it.
so.
Yeah.
That's all supports
Right.
seeking a solution.
I mean, I think even showing that we have 90% of the engineering done is,
Right, we're well on our way.
Okay.
so.
Alright.
Unless Bobby wants to correct me, I don't see any, major improvements that we need to do at Heflin at this time. Not saying something won't pop up. In the 5-year plan, I
Some
discussed
things.
this with Bobby, that we're gonna have to put a new bathroom in there at some point.
Yeah.
We have no choice.
It's,
Falling down.
it's getting bad. I'm not
Well,
happy.
okay,
Does that make sense?
if we do the septic system and stuff, does that help with what kind of bathrooms we can put in?
Absolutely,
That's what I
Definitely,
thought.
yes.
Okay.
absolutely.
Well, that septic system should support anything we put in there.
And we could turn the whole big field in the front into camping if we wanted to and then support it.
Okay. Because we're now going through the actual,
Correct.
What size pipe? I can't remember.
6 inch?
Yeah, 6 inch maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, 6 inch will handle quite a bit.
I'm pretty sure I can handle me yet.
Um,
I'll go to Lucas Brothers. Oh, anyway.
you said something about the boat ramp at Newton.
Yes.
It's fine.
Okay, I didn't,
There was a big tree that fell down there,
I knew that was some of it.
but
I just didn't know if now that we have the park.
it's still
it's
DNR.
used. That's still DNR, so if there's any fooling, it needs to be done through them, okay.
Yeah, anything that has to do with that boat ramp and the
Okay.
sides of it
That's-
is DNR.
Okay.
And that was annotated when the transfer happened.
Just, I didn't know.
It touches the water.
Right, okay, I forgot.
And if Ruby going on water comes up.
Yeah, I just wanna make sure we're on the same page. I don't see any major improvements we need to do at Newton at this time. I just think keeping the road up and keeping it cleaned up is,
Yeah, so you mentioned picnic tables. which is-
I ordered picnic tables, will be here Monday.
Okay, that's for, I assume for the shelter.
Showing Mr. Mahoney what they look like.
Those will be chained down, I assume.
Well, actually, the ones I bought, you can actually see in the picture if you want after, it comes with, straps you put on, you can bolt them to
Okay,
the
good.
slot. so.
All right.
Petersville, we're working to clean it up. It's getting a lot better. It's been sprayed around the fence lines and that's dying off and that'll help us. When it cools off, we can cut all the way behind it. We gotta wait for them to clear the field to do that because there's not much room back there. And we're gonna till and, the one good field there too. It's time to till it again.
First, we gotta get some rain.
I am gonna be ordering a, load of that Washington mix from Rock Creek. I got left in the budget. So by waiting for Wayne, we probably gonna save ourselves 10 grand to get that cleaned up. Because we were able to get with the highway department and ship most of that out, all this debris that we picked up, shipped it out. And they're still gonna come get the bulbs that turned over. And then, well, we just gotta get that edge cut, that west edge cut. So I'm getting ready to put it out to bid again. And it was, I think it came in at 24,000. And I venture to say it's gonna 14. So.
When you do that, are there certifications that are required for a person to put?
Just have
We
that
gotta be
liability insurance bonded.
Yeah, that's one of the requirements.
So I'll call all the people that bid on it originally.
Yeah.
And say, hey, here's where we're at. So 26 trees need to come out.
Right.
That's it.
And they have to come out because they were storm damaged.
They're storm damage,
They're
yes.
not because it's ash borer trees.
There is a couple of those in there, but it's not only just our side, it's the people who live next door too. Mr. Petro. So
All
that's
right.
pretty much all I got.
Let me just I'll cruise through this stuff, that maybe this will be a repeat. I just want everybody, I did send a letter to Bowen Engineering, thanking them for the shelter house and the materials and the labor. I sent that out, I thought, I don't know if everybody saw that, but
Yeah.
it's exactly what I sent, so.
Great.
I hope they got it, I mean, I'm sure they did. You know, we talked about staff shirts.
Hoosiers got they've had it for 6 weeks now.
Yep.
And Mike keeps apologizing, well, do you have the original? Why can't you just go off of what I gave you? The only thing I changed on it was, it said Park and Recreation, I just made Parks Department.
That's fine, I mean.
But he said he should have it done, so he's short-staffed.
And they got all of the fall sports orders all hit,
Yeah.
cause I just got mine.
Yeah, but I gave it to him 6 weeks, actually, Leslie dropped it off 6 weeks ago.
So we may still get some use out of it for the rest of this year.
But Jennifer did say she will expedite the plaque.
Okay, good. Good. Jennifer Shooter and, yeah.
She's sweetheart.
And that's the plaque for the shelter house.
Yes, sir.
That's Mahoney's Place plaque. All right, but we got the mulches done. It sounds like mostly at the playgrounds. I had on here Anderson Falls, man, has some tough decisions need to be made if we can't find somebody to fix it, but it sounds like we got to
There's
fix
also a tree up there that has to come out.
to fix.
Is it the one right next to it?
No, it's actually when you drive into the parking lot.
We took that one out already. so-
Yeah, we took that. And you turn to go to the parking lot, it sits right there on that corner. It's
Yeah.
completely dead.
You gave us a master plan update status, so basically the next step is the survey.
Correct.
When does he start scheduling time with us and to
It's
discuss
coming.
things?
That's why he got the one to be updated.
Okay.
So he has everybody's phone number in this room.
And
Here's John.
any progress on the new truck?
Yes, they found us one. So it came in good, reasonable price, 76,000,
Color?
white.
White. So when you say they found you one, that means what?
So I talked to Tim yesterday. Yesterday, yeah, and, we're getting a flatbed. It's gonna have, we can haul anything with it, 4,500, with with toolboxes on it, and it's gonna be a, crew cab.
Good, you all.
I'll never buy a single cab for parks again.
And so that's coming, it's gonna,
I'm getting ready to take it to commissioners, I gotta give it to Tina on Monday to get it on for the following Monday.
Alright. So we have it encumbered, right? I mean, that's already.
No, that's in the budget,
Yeah, yeah.
cause the next thing I gotta do is go get a, trailer. I wanna get the truck first.
You were getting a dump trailer too, right?
No, yeah, dump trailer, yes.
Connor Hensley,
It's all in, it's,
is he back to working?
oh no, he resigned.
That takes care of that.
Okay, your pole barn interior.
Mhm.
Is, I mean, I just thought here, would it not be nice to have that finished before winter?
Absolutely.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Is it in the works?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, I didn't know where it was at.
Yeah, we're in the works, Loveless Electric's coming in to see where we wanna run our cables in, and then we can have the concrete guys come in.
And then is the skid steer been repaired? What was wrong with it?
The blower system for the heat and the air just stopped working.
The warranty issue?
It cost us $200.
Okay.
That wasn't covered on warranty.
All right, I'll just cruise through the parks. We talked about the restroom, azalea, irrigation system, okay. And I'm gonna ask, I'm saying this because I was not the observer. My wife actually mentioned, as she was sitting there watching us, she saw the fences and all the grass. She goes, I just know, I've been out here before and I've not seen that a lot over the years. And I didn't really notice it either until I really started looking. It like, just the whole perimeter, and I know it takes forever to weed eat. But it's kind of been that way for a while. I mean, is there a way, is that, especially for the fields that run along Spear Street? It looks, I had to say, it looks pretty bad.
I agree with you, but
Can't we just spray?
one field takes one person 5 hours.
Can we just spray Roundup?
We can, but you gotta weed eat it before you round up it. Or just, it looks, then you just have the brown grass.
So you can weed eat at any time, right? So that when we're slower, there's no reason to think we can't weed eat and then apply it then.
Well, myself and Bobby come up with a plan. Once we get it cleaned up, we're gonna put it on a spray cycle.
Okay,
I noticed it after she kind of said it and then actually.
You're absolutely right, I'm not ashamed of it.
I wouldn't wanna weed eat that, you kidding me? I mean, all you'd be doing is replacing line every 2 feet.
Oh, I know, that's what I said, I don't know if
Well,
there's.
they have a wire.
We have a wire one. We use a wire wheel.
Even then,
And you don't think one of those push behinds that have.
It don't work.
It don't work.
I bought one and we use it, it's a tool for us, and it works for us, but it doesn't do well against the fence. If, they used to have one and I can't find them anymore, had an offset,
He's gonna meet with Sandy and.
but it being straight,
Okay.
it's a bear.
I know, I'm just, it's a concern, especially for, here's the reason why. We go big with BMX. We now have the pickleball court. We're having more attention at that park. It is going, more and more people that attend that park are going to start.
I agree with you wholeheartedly, that's why I'm embarrassed about
So
it.
I'm pointing out, I'm not saying, my God, it's just, things I notice. Okay.
No, I appreciate it.
All right. We've already talked about BMX news. We talked about the pickleball signing and seating, Platinum Rock. We talked about Clifford, E-Town. We talked about it, Grammar. I think we're good there. You mentioned that you did not talk to the commissioners or our county attorney about the wood situation at Heflin. If you could kind of remember to do that the next time around. Park will be open later this year. We already talked about the septic system. I know we've talked about that 50-amp service forever and a day. I bet you if I went back 2-3 years and minutes, we've been talking about 50-amp service. And last time we kind of talked about, we were waiting for Duke.
Well, I lost my contact at Duke. somebody's bestie quit.
Well, I just know that,
Do you need a new contact?
Yeah.
I'll get it for you.
Thank you.
I have to go pick up a
yeah,
kid.
you're fine. So
Thanks, Kim.
that's just, if we get this septic system figured out, we get on, you know, the water and stuff, then that just, new restrooms, the next logical thing is gonna be that 50 amp service type thing that we're really gonna need. So, but if she can help us figure that out,
To do 4, pedestals, 1, 2, 3, and 4, is gonna be about 60 grand.
it's just crazy for that stuff.
How many units do you do?
Well, I wouldn't like them all to be 50 amp. 1 through 20.
A lot of campers going to 50 amps.
Well, they all got now all kinds of equipment on it now that they didn't have
They
before.
got fireplaces, they got.
Oh, the whole- Yeah, it's crazy. So I guess I don't know how to answer that question. We just keep talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. I don't know how we're gonna get it accomplished. And it's all money.
I know.
It's money. I don't know what else to do there.
If Kim, where is the main junction box for the 50 amp coming from? Your office?
So the 50 amp will have to come up over the hill from back of the bathroom, and then they'll have to run it all the way down to the other end.
Okay.
But the pedestals themselves are 5 grand a piece.
Yeah, we're not gonna get anything solved tonight with that, so.
So as a reminder, maybe Dennis, just put a note to yourself to send Kim an email in 2 weeks and say, hey, do you have a contact for me at due?
Yeah.
She actually texted me and said, I'm gonna get that contact for you.
Okay.
Two example.
Contacted Duke. And so I know, what does Duke have to, what do they have to do?
They have to run the 50 amp service down.
Okay. To where our
There's
main,
not enough power down there to run.
they gotta get, okay, they've got to beef up the power to our circuit box
Correct.
at the source.
So essentially, our power right now comes from the center of the campsites
Yes.
and runs like this.
Okay.
Well, to get enough power down there, they have to run cable all the way down to site 1, and then we can start coming back this way, eliminating stuff.
Okay, Mount Healthy, nothing there. Duke Park, we talked about that. It's all good. Owens Bend's good. Petersville's good. Rock Creek's good. Wayne, we talked about trying to acquire funds for park cleanup. We've reduced that substantially and hopefully can get it done within $14,000 instead of $24,000. Does anybody have anything else for the good of the group park? Anything, new business, old business? Current business?
I motion to adjourn.
Yeah, do I have a second to adjourn? All right, we have a second, 5:39, folks. Thanks for being here.
Hey.
We appreciate it kindly.